great things from him.
Just a freshman, but a highly touted freshman who is now 12 of 15 from the line, so making his free throws. I'm the son of a Hall of Fame pitcher who can tell you it can skip a generation. I know exactly what that happens like. It didn't happen to young Mr. House for sure. Under 10. ASU down 5.
I was just going to say, despite everything that's gone on, to only be down 5, the midway point of the first half, the Arizona State, you got to be excited about that.
Well, that was pretty, wasn't it? Mensah with the presence, keen awareness of using the glass, too. Really pretty. A man from Ghana played here in stateside at Findlay Prep in Nevada. There are times Mensah, they say, can be timid in these situations. Doesn't look it. That one unloaded again. He'll try to put the team on his back. Josh Christopher.
And right now, we're looking at a 4-point game, and the best player on the floor, Remy Martin, hasn't attempted a shot yet. Great defensive effort right there, stepping in, taking the charge. The Sun Devils have a chance to cut even into this lead further right there. Just a bad decision. Defender was set a mile away, and you just got to have more body control than that. Stop and shoot the floater. You know what I mean, Darren? A lot of guys the floater's got to make a comeback. Too many times guys get in the lane and they can't get themselves under control.
This is a guy that's not afraid to shoot the floater or not afraid to shoot anything and penetrate too. Tried to sneak a pass in there and a couple of turnovers for Remy. A wheel and deal, couldn't figure out where he was when it occurred. A foul underneath, grabbing another offensive rebound for San Diego State.
And this is how they punish you. They simply get the ball up onto the rim, and then they crash the offensive glass. Nice move right here by Mitchell. The spin gets in the lane.
7 of his last 8 games have featured multiple three-point buckets. This turned into a fun back and forth. Aztecs asking for the basketball. Quick one-touch pass right back. Wheeling and dealing through the lane. And a miss, but a follow. And it's not there. Was so athletic, Matt Mitchell.
2 good looks right there for the Aztecs. They come up empty. See if the Sun Devils can convert. There's the penetrate and the kick.
ASU finally, by the way, got some second chance points in this game. And that's where it came from, a second chance point. One of the most dangerous scorers, period. Antigo, Terrell Gomez scored forever for CSUN. Now the team that everyone turned out to want to take down would be the team in San Diego. What they have built there and who they are, they now wear the mark on the back of their jersey. 30-2 is how they finished last year. They opened 26-0. Beautiful pass from down underneath and a miss off the mark. Good penetration and sharing of the basketball as we head toward that 2-minute mark. Remy again.
You just see how much his game has matured, and he makes it look easy. Both of his threes were kind of effortless. He kind of lets the game come to him. He knows his job. His job is to run this team and make sure they come out on top at the end of the game and get a W. He's not concerned with his own points, not concerned with getting a bunch of shots, but boy, his game is so polished now.
That one was a floater from 3. That's not what you were talking about earlier. Didn't really set his feet with that long-distance shot. Harden draws the defender a long ways away from the basket. Mensah stands. Christopher up with it. Short, second chance, Austin. Verge goes baseline. Nice little pass. That one's swatted. That's a clean block. How about the little sidestep, active shackle bucket?
Beautiful move in the open court by Shackle right there. He knew the defenders were around. Just a nice little roll. Then he picks up the charge on the defensive end. Right here, you're going to see the drop-off for the big fella. You can't come weak like that. You got to dunk that. And at the other end, the great open court finger roll. Talked about the defense of this Aztec team. They contest everything. No finger rolls going on here tonight. None at all.
We told you about he was known as that backline bodyguard. If something happens, if you get burned, I'll get there for you. His teammates trust him for that reason. Man out of Labadi Accra in Ghana, who played, as we mentioned earlier, strong prep program, Finley Prep in Nevada. Big high pick. I meant to that time he wants the basketball now. He's got the basketball and another two.
So that basketball went all around the world. They drove it to the rim. They kicked it out. They drove it to the rim. They kicked it out again. They finally drive it all the way to the rim. And right now, if you're the Sun Devils, you got to D up. That's too much ball movement, too much penetration.
No bucket, no bucket. Nathan Mensah, folks, we're not even in the locker room yet. He's got a double-double.
Well, it's great when you play with guards like this that penetrate, let you slide the baseline. You get the easy, high-percentage shot. Definitely want to give him a little love on the way back down the court. A lot of times a big guy, you run rim to rim 5 or 6 times and you never see the ball. But right there, playing with lightning quick guards that'll hand off the ball, that's a huge plus for any big man.
Remy Martin at the line. Both of his three-pointers have given his team the lead on separate occasions here in this first half.
That last move by Remy Martin was an and one, but the officials called it on the ground.
Right.
Fortunately for Remy, I have the strong feeling next year he'll be in a league where he'll get the continuation.
What a career this man has had. The heart and soul of this team. He's chasing 1,400 points, probably gets past that tonight. Mom, Marianne, an active nurse at the UCLA Medical Center. They wanted him at UCLA, but he found here. Sorry about that, Corey.
No worries. He's just a great player, and most importantly, he brings a passion to the game. I remember early in his career, he was the sixth man. He was the Energizer Bunny. He would come in the game, he would knock down some threes, the crowd would go nuts, and just like that, he was the spark plug. And now to see him mature into a preseason All-American, a team leader, a guy who has aspirations to play at the next level, just a great story.
Shot clock at 13. Difference of about 9. Mensah fires it into what would have been the third row, but the rows are all pushed back.
Right there, Alonzo Verge with the gamble. He went to double the big fella and caused the turnover. And right now, it's the Sun Devils putting the clamps on defensively.
19.1 seconds before Hurley and his team head into the locker room, along with Brian Dutcher and his squad as well. Other part of this story for Dutcher is Shackle. He's got 10 points. He's got 4 rebounds over there. And in the previous 32 times that Shackle's reached double digits, his team's won 29 of them. There he is, number 20 there.
Right now, 19 seconds to go. Aztecs, you want to get a stop. You want to go in at halftime with a good defensive stop. But right here, Shackle's just had free reign all night long. Been able to find him. He toes up the line. His teammates find him. He's got that beautiful stroke, able to knock it down. They space the floor so well. And then you see the transition. The great step through with the finger roll. A great player who's going to have to score a lot this season, but I don't think that's going to be a problem for the Aztecs.
Shackle made it clear that when things shut down, he was not going to get left behind. As a matter of fact, he got better. He already was trending to where last year, he scored more points last year than he had scored in his first 2 years, and he wanted to wrap it up strong.
Right here, if you're Arizona State, you want to finish this possession with the ball in Remy Martin's hands. Maybe a ball screen, but he's so good, you can let him go 1-4 flat, try to create something. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to send him a ball screen here with 10 seconds to go.
He fires it back over to Christopher. A little bounce pass to Verge. Boy, Austin grabbed that rebound. It was not there for ASU. San Diego State has won 33 of their last 34 when leading heading into the locker room at halftime. And remember, this is a team that has the longest road winning streak active in the nation at 12 in a row. San Diego State, they don't always come front of mind, do they, folks? They had better start, and they had better stay. presence in the middle. Alonzo Verge and Remy Martin need to step up in the second half. Halftime continues. San Diego State leads ASU by a pair. Hey, look, Corey, I know these athletes aren't for San Diego State. The statement they keep making on the road is impeccable. And again, they were able to do so in that first half. Now, ASU was some moments, certainly because of the big threes of Remy Martin. Both of them put his team on top. What'd you see, my friend?
Well, I saw the big fella already delivering a double-double on the inside. You're talking about Mensah, the big 6'10" guy. They set the table for him so nicely in the first half. Penetration, shovel passes. There you see him attacking the basket. He stayed active. They never put a body on him, and right now he's in a rhythm. He's taking guys off the dribble. He's getting putbacks. He's getting alley-oop dunks. They are going to have to solve this problem in the second half because the big fella's already got 10 and 10, and I don't see any signs of him slowing down.
Three-pointers, a big part of it. We mentioned Remy's. He had a couple of long distance to put his team on top. What else?
That's what makes this Sun Devil team so dangerous. No matter how they play, they've always got the three ball in their back pocket. They can close the gap with that downtown shot. There you see Remy Martin smooth, under control, knocking it down. And and it gets contagious. Once one guy starts hitting them, they all start making it rain, and that's what makes the Sun Devil team a very dangerous team when they get hot.
Those 7 of 17, you were speaking of that. Both teams have taken care of the basketball pretty nicely. Points in the paint. Yikes, a 14-point difference.
They're going to have to address that this half because the Aztecs crash the glass. They're big, they have size, and they've got this game at their tempo. Half-court play, being very physical.
The freshman, Christopher, we'll talk more about him in just a bit. And certainly for Bobby Hurley's team, coming back in the second half has been a big part of his trademark. It's a normal thing. He's done it against Kansas. As a matter of fact, there have been 24 occasions plus where Bobby Hurley and his team have come back before in his 5 seasons. Big wins over Kansas. Both of those wins over Kansas under his watchful eye. They were trailing going into the locker room both times.
And that's the point guard in him. You talk about adjustments. That's what happens at halftime. You talk to your guys, you tell them what you've seen. When you're a player, you're running back and forth. You need that third eye, that coach's vision at halftime to say, guys, we've got to make these changes. So when you talk about the Sun Devil teams coming back, it's really more they're a team that can make adjustments and play a different way, and they follow their leadership in Coach Bobby Hurley.
You know that moment when we were socially distanced talking to the camera and you turned and looked over your shoulder? That made me feel acknowledged. I really appreciate that.
Eye contact makes people feel important. I read that somewhere.
Turned over right away. That's the way Coach Hurley in that third eye you talked about wanted to be starting the second half. Corey was looking at you. He was bringing me into the discussion. He's got the mind of both these coaches. Hey, folks, we're glad you're hanging out with us. This ought to be a fun second half. Reset the situation. Just three seconds had disappeared. That was the first turnover, by the way, for Pulliam as he gave that one away. As we mentioned, turnovers have not been a deciding factor for either team. Christopher slides that pass through. Nothing there for Verge, but for Cherry, he comes up empty. Shot clock violation.
You know, Darren, I've watched a lot of basketball, and I'm sitting here watching, trying to figure out what the Aztecs are doing defensively. Sometimes it looks like it's a zone, but it's really a man. They've got these unwritten rules where they switch players if they come together. Very organized defensively, and that's a lot of the reason you've seen the Sun Devils struggle from the floor.
Continues again for this team. Pulliam dropped that one in, and then an answer not there for Verge on the other side. Trey Pulliam with the bucket a moment ago.
We saw the reemergence of the floater. Told you.
You wanted that, didn't you?
I need to see it. I need to see it. It's a lost art.
San Diego State and their staff do a great job listening in on the halftime words of Brian Dutcher, then bringing over a quick note on some of the things that Dutch talked about. And he said the following: we've got to keep playing good defense, build a wall, and run it the other way. Keep them out of transition, ASU, and make better decisions on offense. Those were some of the key points that were passed along by the San Diego State head coach.
We talk about building the wall. Let's think about something. When's the last Sun Devil layup you saw in this game? I think we'd have to roll back to find the easy buckets. There have not really been a lot of
think
easy.
of any.
None that I remember. A couple of jump hooks in the paint, but those were contested. They have not given up the easy transition buckets or the finger rolls down the lane. Right here, this is what we talked about, the floater. You got to bring that back. That's old school ABA, Dr. J in the 70s. Don't even give the defender a chance. Put that ball in the air, and there you see the steal by Verge. This is what you call a free possession. See if the Sun Devils can capitalize on the steal.
Remy takes a look around, tries to eye the situation, not afraid to shoot it, penetrate. Verge all day long took advantage.
There you see the power of Remy Martin. He does the ball screen in order to get the mismatch. As soon as he gets the big guy on him, breaks him down, drops the dime.
Mensah with the lob, already with a double-double and a career-high 12 rebounds. Verge again, back-to-back. Triples.
There you see Alonzo Verge with the steal. And once he gets hot, he is a handful. He's got the green light to shoot those.
And a chance at a three-point play right back at you. AG. A rope dropped that one in. Good went all the way.
Well, you see the Sun Devils trying to create a little tempo and extend with the defensive pressure, but that's what you have to do. You have to attack the pressure. And right there, nobody home at the rim, all the way in for the layup.
Rope has 4 points. This is his third attempt at the line. He's got 3 rebounds to go along with. And he has yet to make a free throw tonight. Lost it, slipped behind his back. Back the other way come the Aztecs. Follow, and yet another second chance created, and another rebound there by Mensah.
And that's why you have to take care of the ball. When they turned that over, you had a 4-on-2 break for the Aztecs. Even though the shot got blocked, it was 4 against 2. So you got to take care of the ball against a team that plays great defense.
Mensah with 12 points. Mensah with 13 rebounds. Bodies tumble underneath. Somehow Graham worked that out and turned it into a bucket when he got it into the hands of Verge.
Boy, Verge is so lethal. He's got the three-point shot, the step back. He can go to the rim. He is just a scorer.
Credit there, no panic, Graham. There was no need for a whistle. It was incidental contact. Kept his presence together, got rid of the basketball in the paint. Nice job. Here comes Christopher. A little runner.
Talk about the big fellas running rim to rim. There you see the layup in the block, but the big fella there to put it back. And there you see 4 black jerseys in transition after the turnover and the big finish.
Checking on Verge on the sidelines. By the scorer's table, and meantime, the solid free throw shooting continues for that man. He'll sit for a moment as Holland Woods will come on. Verge has gotten hot in the second half. He's got 14 points, and Christopher very quietly has been right there. He's 5 of 5 from the line now, is the freshman Christopher. Jay Gupp. That's where you will find him on social media. Jay Gupp, they call him. Laron and Alona, his dad and mom. Verge pulls himself together on the sidelines. Lawrence steps defensively. 3 fouls. He's got to be careful. Busy feet turning it over.
Right there, you got to take that first open shot. Sometimes players don't have that confidence. They kick them the ball and they get happy feet. That's going to be a turnover. And I can tell you one thing. I always prefer the shot to a turnover. Even if you miss it, a shot's always better than a turnover.
ASU is up by a pair. They're 3 of their last 3. Kamani penetrates. Fades back in the paint. Christopher goes to work. Climbed up over the back. He said, nah, I wasn't doing that. Not at all. I was going straight up, trying to grab the rebound. It's a different second half so far. It's a +4 for ASU.
This is the new iPhone 12 Pro with 5G, and it's on AT&T, the fastest nationwide 5G network.
Now new and existing customers can get our best deal.
Really? Mom, AT&T has the deal for new and existing customers. I will.
So what'd she say?
It's the wrong person. It's a guy named Carl. But he's very excited and on his way.
Word of mouth advertising. It's what they did before commercials.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal, like the amazing iPhone 12 mini on us.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea and you're often tired during the day, you could be missing out on amazing things. Sunosi can help you stay awake for them. Once daily, Sunosi improves wakefulness in adults with excessive daytime sleepiness due to obstructive sleep apnea. Sunosi worked for up to 9 hours at 12 weeks in a clinical study. Sunosi does not treat the cause of OSA or take the place of your CPAP. Continue to use any treatments or devices as prescribed by your doctor. Don't take Sunosi if you've taken an MAOI in the last 14 days. Sunosi may increase blood pressure and heart rate, which can increase your risk of heart attack, stroke, heart failure, or death. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure. Sunosi can cause symptoms such as anxiety, problems sleeping, irritability, and agitation. Other common side effects include headache, nausea, and decreased appetite. Tell your doctor if you develop any of these, as your dose may need to be adjusted or stopped. Amazing things happen during the day. Sunosi can help you stay awake for whatever amazes you. Visit Sunosi.com and talk to your doctor about Sunosi today.
I am Aisha Protlier. I'm existing often in spaces where I'm the only woman of color, and I want to bring more people like me into this space.
Saturday strong with the Rocky Mountain rivalry on Fox as number 21 Colorado looks to secure a spot in the Pac-12 championship. Utah visits. It all starts with the big noon kickoff at 10 a.m. Eastern, followed by big noon Saturday, only on Fox. So that man tries to facilitate points in the paint, certainly as a guard. He can be dangerous from outside. 22-2, though. 2 points in the paint for ASU. That's a -20.
Unbelievable stat. And for ASU to be in the lead with only 2 points in the paint lets you know how good they are at the guard position. When they get some productivity from their bigs, they're going to be even more dangerous. But right now, they are living from beyond the arc, and it's working for them.
Defense was there. No whistle. Graham did a nice job with the stand. Up with the left hand and a miss on a second chance that time. Tomajic, Joshua, the senior, the young man out of Spain, with a second chance that time. He has yet to score in this contest. 0 for 3 from the floor, Tomajic. Remy twisting and turning, missed the 3, right back down into the other corner. And you know, if Shackle has time, he will lock it down. He's got 13.
Bad sequence right there for the Sun Devils. Remy Martin went fishing for a call, came up empty-handed. It led to a transition bucket. And you're right, Shackle goes right to the corner, toes the line.
Right through the legs of Graham, untouched by San Diego State, and a turnover.
You know, in transition basketball, some guys run to the rim, but right here, Shackle knows, let me space the floor, get to the corner, they find him, and it's lights out. You got to have a lot of confidence in your jumper to run 20 feet away from the rim and then ask for the ball. That's exactly the kind of shooter he is.
As we told you earlier, they led at the half, and they have won 33 of their last 34 when leading at the half. Bears reminding, if you're just jumping in with us, that they have won a dozen in a row on the road. That just doesn't happen. It just doesn't in college basketball. Firm off the back of the iron with a big bounce for the rebound. Christopher turns it over.
Freshman trying to do a little too much right there, and there you see the experience, what you're supposed to do in transition. Get to the rim and make an easy bucket.
15 now, by the way. 5 of 9 from the floor for Shackle. He's got 4 rebounds as well. 12-9 points off of turnovers for the Aztecs.
Sun Devils happy to have Lawrence back out there. Got in some early foul trouble. See if he can get some things going. He's a great slasher, can attack the rim.
Graham had a pretty look there, the young man out of Mountain Point High School. And right back, I mean, don't even blink. Seiko streaks back the other way. He went to the same high school that Remy Martin did. That's Adam Seiko.
And you got to burn a time. a game like this, Arizona State did everything they could to overcome their troubles in the first half, but this poor stretch of basketball right here for the Sun Devils has been reason for this timeout from Coach Hurley. There you see the awkward shot leading to the transition three. You got over-penetration with a bad pass, leads to another transition layup. And right now, the Sun Devils doing things that they did not do in the first half, not getting back on defense. There you see the rebound, the pass ahead, led to another basket. And you and I both know Coach Bobby Hurley is only going to watch so much of that before he whistles a timeout.
Yeah, pulled his team back together, trying to make yet another run. It's that 7-0 run right now for San Diego State, and it's been 3 minutes of being shut out for ASU coming up empty. And I tell you, Corey's made so many great points tonight in our conversation about the game, but just the fact that you noticed, and you folks at home have noticed, I'm sure, you may be watching, there just hasn't been a single easy look for ASU.
We talked about contesting right there, the penetration, traffic, getting a hand up lowers the shooting percentage unbelievably. That's why coaches preach it so much. Just get a hand up. And the chances of that ball going in drop dramatically.
Jalen House with the miss just a moment ago. Jalen in this one is 0 for 2 from the floor. He does have a single rebound on that stat line. Shot clock at 5. Timeout is called. Veteran call there as Shackle got in a little bit of trouble. Now that drought is nearly 4 minutes. Sorry, Corey.
And that was great defense right there by the Sun Devils, staying in position, not going for the ball fakes, because when you watch the Aztecs, what they do, they set the high pick with the big man, and they roll him straight down the lane, and they wait for you to react to that. And right now, Arizona State did a great job on this possession. Keep your man in front of you. Keep a hand up. There you see all the white shirts surrounding the ball. Everybody's in the passing lane. You got no choice but to call a timeout. With 4 seconds to go, now you got to have the discipline to contest the shot without committing the foul.
ASU's won 8 of the last 9 in this matchup. Last time they met was in 2017. Trey Holder had 24 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Romello White had 16 points, 15 rebounds in the win over San Diego State.
Little gamesmanship right here. See what kind of play the Aztecs come up with only 4 seconds on the shot clock. Coach Dutcher has up his sleeve. This is where you go to the back of the playbook.
Love that, the shoe tying.
Just to throw them off a little.
Just to take a look at where they're standing. I love that. Completely intentional. Boy, it set up for a second chance and a chance at a three-point play. Tomajic went up high. The Spaniard, the athletic man, bounces right out of this gym. And it's a chance for 3. Wow, clutch.
And I hate to harp on the negative. That was just bad in so many ways. First of all, you give up the wide open 3, and then you give up the putback. To let someone get that open with 4 seconds to go, and nobody puts a body on them. And there's the putback, and you can see it on the faces of the Sun Devils. They know they had an opportunity right there to get a stop.
Second chance points, a big story tonight, I believe. Yeah, it's 16-3 right now. 16-3. And points in the paint, that's a plus 26. That's 28-2.
But as long as that three-point line is out there on the floor, the Sun Devils have a fighting chance. We know they can shoot it very well. They've got to find some kind of rhythm offensively, and it's going to start with this guy right here. Remy Martin, ball in hand. Pretty soon he'll have to start putting his mark on this game.
Cherry trying to put his mark. Graham can't grab the rebound. ASU holds on to the basketball. Long distance attempt by Tayshaun Cherry. He's got 3 points, 1 triple made earlier. Remy brings in and out. 3-point attempt for the veteran Remy Martin. Coming out of Southern California, Chatsworth, Sierra Canyon High School. Another 3. Shackle stays hot.
Back in the day, we had 3 simple letters, KYP, know your personnel. In transition, you cannot lose Shackle. He's the one guy. You have to know where he is. And he runs right to the corner in transition. The Arizona State, you're getting stops, but you got to look out for this guy right here. The Aztecs kick it down the floor, 3-ball corner pocket, and it's the Aztecs
54-43. San Diego State on a 13-0 run right now. Shackle with 18. There he is. He's chasing a career high. By the way, it's 19. He's almost there. What a time to have your career high in a ranked matchup on the road. Remy with a miss. Martin again goes to work. This time he'll go to the line.
We talked about Remy Martin having to try to put an impact on this game. He's a very talented player, done a good job of trying to get everyone involved, but with the score the way it is, with over a little less than 12 minutes remaining, he's going to want to step it up offensively because he can. He's one of the few players that can kind of flip the switch for the Sun Devils.
Martin goes to the line a ton. He's 20 of 24 this year, 83%. He has improved each and every year in several categories. He certainly has bumped up the field goal percentage this year, shooting for Bobby Hurley close to 60%, an 83% guy from the line, Remy Martin. Well, you beat ASU when you hold them under 40%, and Remy doesn't go to the line much.
He realizes he's playing with a lot of guys that can fill it up, and his job is to lead the team, and he's trying to do that in a lot of different ways. I tell you, though, he's got a little more edge to him this year. I like the beard. It's a little more intimidating out front.
He's kind of a teddy bear of a guy. I mean, he is. Not when he plays. There's an edge to him. There's an assassin.
He does have the baby face, but now with the beard.
Wow! What an incredible night for that man. Shackle locks him up again.
And the hits keep coming. Right now, you've got a problem because he's in the zone. He's going to take good shots and bad shots because he's 5 for 9 from downtown. This is why you don't let a guy get hot, because even with somebody in his face, he's going to drill it. And it all started in transition. He got a couple finger rolls, got a couple of easy threes, and now he's just on cruise control.
Last November, he had 19 at BYU. He's on the road again with his career high. It's now at 21. He's got 4 rebounds as well to Shackle. Martin with an air ball in the paint. And a traveling violation. Aztecs basketball.
And that was a great block. Remy Martin got the penetration and tried to get the floater off, but it was scraped by Mensah. The Aztecs, that stifling defense, finally starting to wear down the Sun Devils. They're going to have to start to make some points here in a hurry, because this is not an Aztec team that turns the ball over. They're not going to give you a whole lot of free opportunities.
Yeah, to your point, only 11 turnovers to this point. Shackle, by the way, has 11 points in this half. Bobby Hurley's team has 12.
And it's just been mental breakdowns right now for the Sun Devils, not finding Shackle in transition. He's one of the guys with the hottest hands on the floor. You have to know where he is. Somebody's got to get in his jock. And right there, back door, no rotation, an easy 2. Defense right now for the Sun Devils, a big-time problem. Getting to shooters, rotating to the ball.
Jalen House will give another look to ASU as the young man checks in. We'll bring the basketball up right now with Remy Martin. It's an 18-2 run. 18-2 over the last 4.5 minutes for San Diego State. And the Devils have missed their last 9 field goal attempts. Does that end here? 0 for the last 10.
And that's a good look right there. Remy Martin on the penetration to your best shooter. He had a good, clean look, just couldn't get it to go. And at the other end, you see Aztecs being physical, drawing that contact.
61% of Bobby Hurley's games as a head coach have ended in victory 138 times. And he has been known for the comeback against the ranked team.
You know, I'm just amazed at the job Bobby Hurley and his staff have done here in Tempe with this program. I mean, he hit the ground. There wasn't a lot of great talent when he got here, but he turned things around. He had the crowd instantly behind him, the community behind him. They took the stanchions out in full capacity attendance. big-time wins over great programs, and I love the way he schedules. He will play anybody, anywhere, at any time. As you see this year, they've already had some great games early on, but just a gutsy guy who's got this program at a level I don't think it's been at in decades.
You said the challenges of 2020 and the coronavirus certainly have had him evolve as a man and as a coach. Verge misses a second chance created by Graham there. He said, by nature, I'm not a patient guy. I'm just not. And I've had to be so this time. And I've had to work with my players while they get comfortable and a chance to go to the line for Josh Christopher. All of these athletes, no matter your Division I program, they're up early every day testing, every single day. And, you know, when you're an athlete and young man, you can grab a couple extra hours sleep. You do, right? Well, you can't. Every program at a high level, every Power 5, San Diego State ASU, those tests are going every single day, 7, 8 in the morning.
You factor in the idea that these guys are all in classes and the travel, just the overall pressure on a student athlete, and you factor in COVID and all the regulations and testings and things that they have to do. It's just another dimension, making things more complex. But I tip my hat to these young men and women all across the country that are playing collegiate sports at a high level and dealing with this pandemic. It's just very inspiring to see these young people be so resilient.
Here, Corey. I couldn't agree with you more. And I think they all will tell you in a couple of years that the 2021 version of themselves and as athletes were the best they've ever been. They've had to show discipline like they never have before. That foul was before the shot. Verge whistled for the foul that time. Talented Josh Christopher, as you see Verge there, has 13 points. Now 8 of 8 from the line, the gifted freshman.
There's still plenty of time in this game, but it's going to come down to the Sun Devils getting stops and heating up on the offensive end. They've got to secure these defensive rebounds and give themselves a chance on the offensive end. Here's a mismatch in the post. They're going to have to rotate over.
Matt Mitchell now has a chance to stand at the line. All right, that curtain of distraction, it's famous. It's a bit infamous as well. And when you have to be safe and the 942 crew not attending, the great 942-seat student section, that's what you have for the curtain of distraction. I give them a lot of love for the effort. There's the students.
It's just not the same.
No, I get you.
I mean, Mitchell did miss the first free throw. So maybe,
so don't tell me it's not the same.
Maybe
Come on,
it did
Corey.
work a little. But I've been in here when this place has been rocking, and they pull that curtain back, and God help you.
No, that's very well. You said it perfectly. I don't think I want to say any more about it because I could get in trouble. God help you is perfect. The outfits that people choose to wear help us all. But it works. Graham, hammer time.
That's the player they need to see right there. He's got that in his game, on the block, on the move. Such a talented young man. They need more of that, especially over the last 8 minutes of this game.
College Hoops Today put out an article recently and listed that man as one of their breakout players in the 2021 season amongst all Division I players.
I mean, watch this play right here. Great footwork, sells the up and under, keeps his feet, and that's just a big-time finish right there by Jalen Graham. Shakes him out of his shoes, flushes it on him. And, boy, you wonder, why can't they go back to that more on the block? That was a big-time move.
Graham had just 4 points, couple of rebounds at Cal. It was an ASU win on the road for Graham and his mates. He's got 5 points and 3 rebounds in this one. Christopher whistled for a technical foul that time. That may be his fourth or fifth. Yeah, for Christopher. Something he said, tweaking the officials, and that's ending that conversation. Christopher fouled out, 8 of 8 from the line, 1 of 5 from long distance. 13 points he's done for the night.
One thing he'll learn in college basketball is talking to the officials generally doesn't end well. I've never seen an official apologize, change a call. It's just best not to say anything at all. Now he's done for the night. A couple of free points on the board for the Aztecs. I'm sure he'll be part of the discussion post-game with some of the coaching staff.
Future's incredibly bright for that young man. Landing him, that man, it was quite a coup, certainly. But that doesn't mean it's perfect every step of the way. There's a lot of learning to go on.
And that's what you see all across the country with new players, freshmen, transfers, that learning curve. Normally, non-conference, the beginning of the season is when guys get a lot of experience and learn some things before they dive into conference play. But with this year's scheduling, just don't have that luxury. Guys got to hit the ground running.
Older brother Caleb's on the program. His older brother Pat played at Cal and is a very successful entrepreneur now. And older sister Paris was a darn good athlete too. Played some basketball. Graham tries to do what he can with yet another bucket. That's 7.
And it's go time right now for the Sun Devils. Still plenty of time for them to get some things going. Graham starting to heat it up on the inside. There's the big block. We'll see if they can get out in transition.
Graham leads this team with 7 blocks. Asks for the basketball. Nearly turned it over, and it was. A little bit too aggressive on that pass. Give him credit for running the floor, the big man. Finally, some points in the paint. Just a couple, anyway. There on the follow, Graham fights for that basketball underneath, and he earns a whistle. ASU has been known under Bobby Hurley to be comeback U. I'm just not sure if they can do it tonight. Stay tuned.
5G just got real. iPhone 12 Pro.
Corey, Shackle, go. What do you got?
You got a guy who can knock down shots, and they made the big-time mistake of letting him get hot. Right now, it starts in transition, but he's had it going all night long. Once he found his comfort zone, transition, he's got the green light. And talking to Coach Brian Dutcher, he felt like he was going to be one of the players that made a difference this year, and he's made a difference tonight. From everywhere on the court, he's been absolutely on fire, and his teammates are just trying to get him the ball and get out of the way.
It's another guy that can step into those shoes left open by Malachi Flynn. Malachi was a big concern, taking a first-round pick, joining the likes of Kawhi Leonard as San Diego State athletes taken in the first round. But got a shot at a 5-0 start as Mr. Flynn goes on.
talk about you win that many games, it's contagious. The guys that are still on the team, they're used to winning. They see a heck of a move right there. Alonzo Verge just shaking him out of his socks. And right now, Sun Devils got to pick it up on the defensive end. Like I said, they've always got a chance as long as they've got that 3 ball.
Verge, 5 3-pointers. That's a career high. And this 5 3-point makes. This will look like Tayshaun Cherry had it go his way that time. And if so, that's 4.
And this is just Matt Mitchell wearing you down. He's got the experience. He knows what to do. He's a senior. He's putting the ball on the deck, and he's drawing contact. He knows the Sun Devils want to make a run right now, so he's being very physical, and he's getting to the free throw line.
Mitchell with those 11 points now, and you said about that busyness at the free throw line, 9 of 12 from the line. He's got 4 rebounds, a couple of assists, hanging at 3 fouls, so with 6:50, he is fine as it pertains to fouls. Well, a couple of clutch ones too, man, just when you feel your opponent sliding back in.
And that's, you're 100% right. That's what it's about. It's about not having a drought on offense. You have to get points every other possession at least if you want to continue to stay in the lead. You cannot allow the Sun Devils to go on a 9-0, 10-0 run.
Mitchell is 7 of 8 from the line in the second half. Verge again. And that one trickles on out of bounds, and with 6:30 left, it's a 12-point Aztecs lead.
Right now you're seeing Lawrence picking up Mitchell to see if he'll be able to do something defensively with his size.
Remy Martin in this game, 9 points. Verge with 17. Christopher, who was fouled out with 13. Some of the key contributors. Austin's got 7 rebounds to lead ASU.
Aztecs trying to play through Mitchell here. They got him on the block. He's going block to block, trying to post up.
Oh, baby. Higo, long ball. Wow.
That hurts. You play great defense. You get him down to 4 seconds, and you take a 3-point bomb. Nothing but net.
Terrell Gomez with the triple. Tigo, as his teammates call him. That's a plus 15 for the Aztecs now as we chase down that 5-minute mark. Another one. Not even close. Here comes Remy Martin. It's score and stop time for ASU. Verge. High off that glass. An unkind home roll there.
Been that kind of night for the Sun Devils. They've had some pretty good looks right there. That'd have been the first easy layup of the night. And even that didn't go.
Let some of the sands drift away from the hourglass. A miss that time. And bats it up in the air. Verge starts it. Remy takes a look. Remy with the miss. Long rebound. Back into the hands of Shackle. That's 6 boards for him. Accidentally grabbed that one.
We talked about the tempo of this game and the way the Aztecs want to play. They want to keep it a slow, grind-out tempo. They run when they want to, but right now they're being very methodical. He's just on fire.
Oh, my goodness. 23 now, the career high for Jordan Shackle, Bishop Montgomery High School in Torrance, California. Right there off to 405, that's where Torrance is.
The Kawhi Leonard cornrows have showed up.
Turned over again. Kimani Lawrence goes down hard. It's an Aztec kind of night. And a whistle and a foul for Lawrence.
And they're starting to feel it because they see their guys in the zone right here. A little Kobe fade, nothing but net, and your bench is loving it.
San Diego State has won 33 in a row when they're holding the lead at the 5-minute marker later.
talking with Coach Dutcher, one of the things he wanted to do was come in and defend. He wanted to come in and build the wall. He wanted his guys to get back in transition and not allow easy baskets. They were very weary and leery about Arizona State's ability to attack. He knew they were quick. He knew they had great guards. He said, we got to defend. We got to build the wall. No easy buckets. And as we talked about, there have been very few Sun Devil layups tonight. They've done a great job. With 4 minutes remaining, Arizona State sitting on 54 points and 29% shooting from the floor.
Yeah, that's really what stands out for me. Big things have happened. You've got a young man with a career high. You've got the presence and the difference-making ability in the middle of Nathan Mensah, but it's been the defense. That one pushed. And that will send Holland Woods to the line. An opportunity for ASU to trim away, if they can, just a little bit. The San Diego State Aztecs, they win tonight. They're 34-2 in their last 36. Only Gonzaga matches that mark.
1, 2, 3, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so.
Go ahead and close the refrigerator and let everything chill down. I think this is an Aztecs night, so let's look ahead and understand how great of a start it's been to the year, and there are more challenges to push these Aztecs.
Yeah, these are not two easy games coming up. Both of these clubs, BYU and St. Mary's, top teams in the conference that they represent, but most importantly, their style of play. Both of these teams move the ball exceptionally well. They pass it like no one's business. They use situational basketball. So we're talking about a defensive team who has to go face off against a BYU team that loves to play with tempo, and always a well-coached St. Mary's team that puts you in difficult positions all the time, always great players. So they're going to have their hands full from a defensive standpoint as they play two teams that are always good on offense.
And you notice the schedule key there, the change around this year because of the virus. A team, when you take them on, you stay, and you can kind of create your own little pod for 2 games against a foe instead of traveling more. A wise decision. And it's a wrinkle. You're never going to play. That's a baseball thing. You're never going to play 2 games back-to-back in the same site in basketball, but this year you will. Pulliam with a runner and a miss through the lane that time. 3:30 to go in this one. There is to be one last miracle here. It's got to happen now at the 3:30 mark. Graham fights through a crowd there. He had Mensah with him. In fact, he also had Pulliam. Pulliam his fourth foul. Interesting thing about San Diego State, too, and this bears pointing out that the fact that there are 8 in uniform available. The numbers vary between 8 and 9, but Keyshawn Johnson, not here. Keith Dinwiddie Jr., not here. Shea Evans, not here. And so not very deep either, Corey, to be on the road.
Well, sometimes that's a good thing. When guys know this is who we have, it's all hands on deck. Everybody's a little bit relaxed because you don't have to worry about depth, and guys just get right to it and play, and they've had contributions from pretty much everybody tonight.
The contributions continue. It's a 20-point Aztec lead. It's got 14 points. As Graham, another big fella, answers right back.
Right there, if you're the Sun Devils, you got to be excited about what you've seen from Graham. You want to try to work that into the mix where you've got an inside threat that will open up some of your outside shooting, because right now they haven't gotten much inside other than from Graham. And this is a team that's going to have to have some balance as they continue on in Pac-12 play.
San Diego State holds on to win this one. Here's what it means. They would be 2-0 against top 25 teams with victories over the teams picked to finish first and second in the Pac-12. Number 22 UCLA and number 23 ASU.
I think this is going to be a great game for both programs. Like I said, I think we're really looking at two teams that'll be in that field of 68 for the NCAA tournament, and playing a game like this early in the season, it can only help both coaches. You've got some things to work on. Even for the Aztecs, who look like they're going to pull out a win, they had some moments in the first half where they didn't look so great. But I love the way Bobby Hurley and the Sun Devils schedule. They'll play anybody, anywhere, and it's only going to benefit them in the long run.
Verge has had a positive night. He's 6 of 13 now. That's a career high. 6 3-point makes. He's got 20 points.
I used to play pickup ball with his father back in Aurora, Illinois, back in the day. I'm dating myself a little bit, but his old man, quite the legend in Aurora.
Wow, more noise late for the Aztecs. Verge again.
He makes it look so easy. Probably one of the best shooters in the conference this year for Pac-12. They just got to figure out a way to get some other things to complement what him and Remy are bringing to the table.
Verge with those 23 points. An unbelievable, unforgettable night for Shackle. He's got 25 now. Verge is having a big second half. As a matter of fact, he is 5 of his 8 attempts from 3. But a Mensa highlight for you.
Well, it starts with breaking down the defense, and he's been living like this all night long. Guard breaks down the defense, shovels it to the big fella who drops the hammer, and that makes your field goal percentage just go through the roof. When it's nothing but dunks and 2-foot baskets, coaches look at the stat sheet. The big fella can boast he's the best shooter on the team.
Mensa, career high in points. Shackle, career high in points. Verge's career high in points. He's at the line. He shocked folks last year when he had 43 against St. Mary's. Now, he could score, but that's scoring. He also had 26 in separate wins over UCLA and Oregon. He'll be heard from a lot again.
He's definitely a special player. Going to go down as probably one of the best scorers to play at this school in terms of his ability to flip that switch and give you 8, 9, 10 points in a row sometimes. Unbelievable talent.
19 points in the second half, right at the 1-minute mark. The Aztecs with a comfortable 15-point lead on the road. Road winning streak will be at 13 games. Again, just doesn't happen. kinds of streaks that they're extending. A non-conference win streak of 17. December win streak of 8. They've got an AP top 25 win streak of 3. Offensive foul to slip free.
Talk about that win streak on the road, and defense travels. If you're a coach in a program that preach defense, it doesn't matter where you play. If you go in locked in, ready to play and defend, you're going to have a chance to win some games. And now you're starting to see the threes come in late for the Sun Devils. They needed these at about the 10-minute mark, and the game started to get out of hand.
Pavlo Zeuba, one of the youngest players in the country, gets some playing time. Young man out of Ukraine in Barcelona, number 51 on that jersey. Not again. Not again. That will wrap this contest. You can't call it a shocker because all they do is win on the road. 13 consecutive wins for the San Diego State Aztecs. And you go back to last year, they're 34-2 in their last 36 games.
Well, they bring their lunch pail every game. They come with their defense, and they try to shut you down, and that's what they did tonight against the Sun Devils. A great contest, and